Do you want to plan for early retirement or are you just tired of school? Then this video might be something for you. If you plan for early retirement, then it might be a good idea to start working on it as soon as possible and not get into student debt. That way, it will be much easier for you to save a big percentage of your income each month to investing. And when your investments have finally grown big enough, they can sustain themselves. But in the first couple of years, it is most determined by how much of your salary you put into the investments. To be able to put as much as possible of your salary into your investments, it will be much easier for you if you earn a high salary. Therefore, we will today go through 22 of the highest paying jobs in the US, which you can learn without going to college. And hopefully you can find out which one fits you, so you can start to plan for when you can retire early. My name is Daniel, and I'm here to help people with personal finance and show how to start a digital side hustle of your own. If you're interested in improving your personal finance or start a digital side hustle of your own, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you found this video helpful. In general, the highest paying jobs are typically those jobs where you need to put yourself into some kind of dangerous area, where you need to be awake and alert the entire time, or do jobs which nobody else will have as they are inconvenient. It is those kind of jobs that will pay the most, as it all comes down to supply and demand. The more people that want to do a job, the more competition it will bring and the lower the salary will become. But let's get started to share the jobs. Commercial pilot. If you want to be a pilot but don't really want to take a college degree, then it might be a good idea for you to become a commercial pilot. The median of the yearly salaries are $99,640, but remember, it is not because you don't have to study to become a commercial pilot. The study isn't as long as a college degree, but it will still take around 2 years. Elevator mechanic. If you like to fix things and learn how mechanical equipment works, then you might consider becoming an elevator mechanic. The median of the yearly salaries are $97,860. The educational entry level is typically a high school diploma, so you can start early and be taught how to do it on the job, while earning a good salary at the same time. Nuclear power reactor operator. If you like to help as many people as possible, then you might consider working as a nuclear power reactor operator. This way you help a lot of people with receiving power each day, so they can make their lives stick together in this digitized world. The median of the yearly salaries are $94,790. The educational entry level is typically a high school diploma, so you can start early and receive the necessary training on the job. Police officer. If you like to protect others and make sure they are safe and would like to give people that feeling when you're around, then you might consider working as a police officer. This way you can serve the people while earning a good income. The median of their yearly salaries are $66,020. The educational entry level is typically a high school diploma, but with additional training after in police school. Aircraft mechanic or service technician. If you like to work with motors and mechanical equipment, but don't want to work with elevators, then you might consider becoming an aircraft mechanic or service technician. This way you can help people travel all over the world and come faster and safer to their desired destination. The median of the yearly salaries are $65,550. The educational entry level is typically a high school diploma with extra training and education afterwards to get the right certificates. Railroad worker. If you like traveling around and seeing new places where you might interact with new people each day, then you might consider becoming a railroad worker. This way you will have a dynamic office where you can get a lot of fresh air. The median of the yearly salaries are $64,150. The educational entry level is typically a high school diploma where you will be taught on the job afterwards. Wholesale and manufacturing sales representatives. If you like to talk to a lot of new people each day and convince them into paying for something, then you might consider becoming a sales representative. The median of their yearly salaries is $62,890. The educational entry level is typically a high school diploma where you will learn from experience. If you get really good at sales, then your salary might almost be uncapped, as you can go over to being more of a commission paid than a base salary, where a commission means that you will be paid based on how much you sell. Radiologic Technologist. If you like to work in the medical sector but not take a long education like a doctor, then you might consider becoming a Radiologic Technologist. The median yearly salaries are $61,980. The educational entry level is typically an associate's degree, which you can take in a couple of years after high school. Flight attendant. If you would like to deliver a great service while traveling to multiple new places, then you might consider becoming a flight attendant. The median yearly salaries are $61,640. The educational entry level is typically a high school diploma, but you will need a bit of work experience to be set. But if you want to keep people safe while flying, then this job might be great for you. Electrician. If you would like to work with electricity and learn how it works, then you might consider becoming an electrician. The median yearly salaries are $60,040. The educational entry level is typically a high school diploma, and after you have learned this, it might also be easier for you to restore rental properties yourself. Plumber. If you would like to work with water and pipes and learn how it works, then you might consider becoming a plumber. The median yearly salaries are $59,880. The educational entry level is typically a high school diploma, and after you have learned this, it might also be easier for you to flip properties in case they have bad plumbing work which needs to be renovated. Criminal investigator. If you would like to protect people and investigate crimes, or you are a fan of true crime, then you might consider becoming a criminal investigator. The median yearly salaries are $59,380. The educational entry level is typically a high school diploma, where you will also need a couple of years of work experience. Computer support specialist. If you would like to work with computers all day and help others fix their computer, then you might consider becoming a computer support specialist. The median yearly salaries are $57,910. The educational entry level is typically a high school diploma, but there are many ways which you can beat this, as an experienced computer user and fixer are not necessarily something you learn in school. Ironworkers. If you would like to work with iron and help the industrial sector, then you might consider becoming an ironworker. The median yearly salaries are $57,160. The educational entry level is typically a high school diploma, where you will be taught at the job as an apprentice. Wind turbine technician. If you would like to work in the energy sector and help our environment towards more green energy, then you might consider becoming a wind turbine technician. The median yearly salaries are $56,260. The educational entry level is typically a post-secondary non-degree award, which can be taken within a couple of years after high school. The rest can be learned on the job. Postal service worker. If you would like to help people get their packages and letters delivered, then you might consider becoming a postal service worker. The median yearly salaries are $51,730. The educational entry level is typically a high school diploma. The on-the-job training is short, so it will not take long before you're fully into the job. Firefighter. If you would like to save people's lives and work in an intense working environment, then you might consider becoming a firefighter. The median yearly salaries are $50,700. The educational entry level is typically a post-secondary non-degree award, and the on-the-job training will typically be long, as you will need to be trained a lot before risking your own life. Real estate broker. If you would like to sell houses and help people to make their dream come true with their new home, then you might consider becoming a real estate broker. The median yearly salaries are $48,770, but will vary a lot depending on if your salary is based on commission or if you have just a base salary. The salary is almost uncapped if you get good at it, and it is based on commission. The educational entry level is typically a high school diploma. Truck driver. If you would like to drive around most of the day and see the roads and where they bring you, then you might consider becoming a truck driver. The median yearly salaries are $48,310. The educational entry level is typically a post-secondary non-degree award with short on-the-job training, which means that it will quickly be done with school and training and do it full-time. Carpenter. If you would like to work with wood and help others with their woodwork, then you might consider becoming a carpenter. The median yearly salaries are $48,260. The educational entry level is typically a high school diploma, and after you have learned this, it might also be easier for you to flip properties. Masonry Worker. If you would like to work with stones and concrete, then you might consider becoming a masonry worker. The median yearly salaries are $48,040. The educational entry level is typically a high school diploma, and after you have learned this, it might also be easier for you to restore rental properties yourself. Machinist. If you would like to work with machines and mechanical equipment, then you might consider becoming a machinist. With median yearly salaries of $47,940. The educational entry level is typically a high school diploma, but if you get additional certificates, you might move on to work with more complex machinery. If you want to retire early or are just tired of school, then we hope one of the job descriptions fit you, so you can get a high-paying job as fast as possible and reach your goals. Comment below which one of the jobs fit you the best and why, and we will encourage you to pursue it. If you're interested in more topics like this, subscribe to the channel. We will post new videos every week, and remember to hit the like button if you find this video helpful.